The fastest way to lose millions in businesses: get political. In fact, after this episode, this may be my most controversial episode, and I actually may be canceled. Welcome to Business's War, the news in 7 minutes, where the idea is that I explore both sides of business issues and politics or wealth that affects your life and your business, because one wrong move can really destroy your business, as you're going to see here today. Now, today's theme is politics make you lose. Now, in a world where CEOs think they're activists, brands act like political parties, and also one post can cost you about $100 million, this isn't about the left versus right, it's about business versus blowback. Now let's start with Black Lives Matter. On one side, you had BLM supporters that say there was a necessary reckoning, an urgent response to racial injustice, especially after the murder of George Floyd. The movement demanded police reform, corporate accountability, and raise global awareness around systematic bias. Now, on the other side, the critics argued that this quickly became politicized. Some saw it as a polarizing, pushing the narrative that prioritized one group over another. In corporate circles, the conversation shifted to white privilege, special access, and performance allyship, leaving others feeling silenced or resentful. Now, what began as a unifying issue became fractured. Now, here's the business fallout as a result of this. Take Goya Foods. In 2020, the CEO praised President Trump during a White House visit. The backlash from BLM supporters, Black Lives Matter, and Latino communities was immediate. Boycotts, PR chaos, and reputational damage. Yes, conservative support gave them a short boost in sales, but the long term, the brand got hammered. Now, next up, you got Me Too. Supporters say it empowered survivors, held abusers accountable, and forced toxic industries to clean house, and it gave voice to silence and challenged the workplace forever. Now, critics argued that it often bypassed due process. Careers, businesses were destroyed by the accusation alone. You were guilty until proven innocent, which is not supposed to be the justice system. Fear replaced leadership. CEOs overcorrected to protect their image, not integrity. Now, a business example of this is that in 2018, Papa John's, which is a very famous pizza chain, big franchise, the founder, John Shatner, used a racial slur during a press call conference amid the height of sensitivity for both Me Too and Black Lives Matter. The stock tanked, franchisees suffered, and Shatner was forced to resign, and the brand still hasn't fully recovered. Domino keeps getting market share. Now, let me be clear. This isn't about right or wrong. It's about risk. When companies pick a side, culture wars often don't realize what they're stepping on is landmines. Now, if you really think about it, Michael Jordan said best. People accuse Michael Jordan of being too non-political and not picking a side. And he used to say, Republicans buy shoes too. Well, looking back, he's worth over $3 billion, gets $180 million a year just in his Nike contract, Air Jordan, and at the end of the day, at what cost? Now, sometimes people say, well, people should speak up. Well, you know what happens? Shareholders can be affected. People who have money in 401ks, their retirement are all tied to this. And also in a world, do you really want Apple to take political sides? I love my iPhone, but I don't want them to take any political sides. For example, there's some instances now where businesses have been affected. I think everyone here will agree that Disney and their wokeness and Buzz Lightyear kissing and different various themes that they've had has polarized the company. There are people who will not go to Disney for those very reasons because they don't believe that it's Disney's responsibility to teach those kids. Disney should put neutral cartoons and not things that are politically decisive, that maybe represent the views of individuals within the company or the CEO, because they are a company that basically they have shareholders, and those are the true owners of the company. Now, other companies that got affected by picking sides, Hobby Lobby opposed ACA's birth control mandate. The liberal outrage followed. You have Target supported trans bathroom, 5.8 sales percent drop off in the next quarter. Bud Light, literally with their trans influencer, 26% sales decline, lost number one beer status. MyPillow.com CEO pushed election fraud claims, lost 100 million plus, lost in court. Retailers dropped them as well. New Balance, the shoe, back Trump trade policies, boycotts, PR damage, Starbucks race together campaign, mock, and sales and foot traffic drop. But then let's talk about the other side of Nike. In 2018, they featured Colin Kaepernick, the NFL quarterback who kneeled during the national anthem for racial justice. In their global campaign, Nike says, believe in something even if it means sacrificing everything. Conservative burned their shoes, social media exploded. But Nike, they knew their market. They didn't try to win everyone. They doubled down on their core: youth, diversity, justice-driven customers. Sales actually soared 31% in the next quarter. Stock reached records high. Engagements exploded. They didn't play it safe. They played it strategic. Now, that's the lesson. You can't please everyone, but if you choose to take a stand, make sure that it's aligned with your brand, not your emotion. But here's my takeaway. Outrage is often temporary, but lost revenue isn't. Most brands or people, they get dragged into these culture war thinkings and they think it'll win loyalty, but instead they lose clarity, customers, and control. And it's often the ones who say, boycott this brand, boycott Neiman Marcus, boycott Starbucks. They don't even go to Starbucks. They don't even shop at Neiman Marcus, because that's the problem with negative people, is they have a problem for every solution that's come up. And when someone points the finger at somebody else, they have three fingers pointing back at this. So what is my view on all of this? I have no views today because I don't want to get canceled. We could talk about Iran and Israel. I have my own opinions. But at the end of the day, if you in favor of Israel, there's nothing I tell you about Iran that's going to change your mind. And if you are in favor of Israel, there's nothing that I'm going to do to change your mind about Iran. So at the end of the day, it's a lose-lose because people are digging. No one changes their mind unless something happens to them. So in the end, I'm staying apolitical, and so should you. Because putting a pro or anti-Trump video or post doesn't get you more business. In fact, you may actually lose. Stay out of the politics. Keep taking care. My name is JT Fox, and this is Business is War, the news in 7 minutes. And I strongly recommend for you to pick up my #1 global best-selling Business is War. And a lot of people get a little about the topic. Oh my God, business is war. It is. You either get the customer or somebody else does. You either get the deal or somebody else does. You either get the opportunity or somebody does. And the person that gets it, they build momentum while you're like, better luck next time. Well, it's not only my stories, but some of the world's most successful billionaires, Hollywood A-listers like Tom Cruise and Kevin Costner, amongst many, and many very successful 9 and 8 figures who have won. If you want to win, get this book as well. If you do me a favor, we're also going to be posting this on Apple and Spotify. And if on this YouTube, you can give me your comments on what do you think. Just it helps the algorithm. And if you want more of this, then help out, like, subscribe. Doesn't cost anything, really doesn't, but it helps us out to get the word out. And also, hopefully you get my book on Amazon. And obviously, if you want to do business with me, or you want me to fund your deals, or you want to do M&As with my money, or you want to see my new AI initiatives, please click the link below. Thank you for your loyalty. Thank you for listening. I love everybody, because picking one side is very dangerous for business. We'll see you on tomorrow.